Welcome back, Typus here with another episode of the Final Fantasy XII Randomizer. We've left Lowtown, well, the cells of the Bahrain Passage, and we're back in Bujerba. And we are here, because we've got the clan primer, we can now accept this hunt, and do this hunt. So little Pilico has lost his rock choice, which is a little turtle that he's taken from the wild. Don't take animals from the wild for pets. It's not nice on the poor things. And in this case, it's run away and done something nasty. But we're also going to be going through here to accept, but not complete, because we lack the items to complete it. Another one of the clan hunts. This is the giant mantis one. I forget its name now. Weak to wind. But the reason we do this one is because the NPC here will give us items. Normally they'd be giving us, that's the antlion, normally they'd be giving us the site key to access it. We do, actually, I think we do have the site key to access it, but at the moment we are in no way, shape and form strong enough, even with the sight and grat, to take it on. Because the enemies in that area will absolutely eat us up and one-shot us. Site 2 key. So what are we going to get? Oh, I mashed through that, but it did not look terribly interesting. I think it was some money, file of Nunkai sand, which I guess useful-ish, protects against confusion. Or not protects, removes confusion. Is this the route we want? Yes, it is. Some money, and I think it was like blind or something. Didn't look terribly interesting, but we're going to make our way through the Lusu mines until we get to the rock choice. Now, it's a boring route there, so I'm going to see you once we're near the rock choice. So we're now coming up to the area of the rock choice. It'll be spawning in here. We can't go that way. That way's blocked off. But we can go this way, and it'll be right at the top there, and I'm pretty damn certain I can't progress any further in this area. But that's fine. We'll be able to beat this, taking out all of the skeleton knights. That'll give us some more drops for potential bizarre goods. We should not be getting another sight and grat. And there are no random chests in this area. So if you don't remember, invisible bow on Fran. Oh, we get an iron helm out of them too. That's a rare drop. I have bought the bamboo arrows from Rabanasta, so she does one more strength and can poison. So here's our rock choice. Okay, it might take a few hits, but I don't expect it to be terribly difficult, although I did notice Fran is down onto 400 HP. Let's just lob a high potion at her. Never mind. They're dead. I guess because Fran's doing all the damage, she gets targeted. Well, that's that boss done. The enemies on the way back will prove no challenge, so I'll see you back at the little Moogle, Pilica. Okay, we've sold off our loot from that little trip. Let's see what we get. We get an assorted leathers, eye drops and vanish. And we're going to sell off a few more little bits and pieces, because this guy stocks bravery, and I would like it. Alright, we have more than enough to get bravery, and Valthea can cast that, or well, nearly cast it. So he's going to be really useful in staying permanently in the party with those abilities. We'll be heading back to the Moogle petitioner. Alright, Pilica, what have you got going to give us? We've got our pet. That little thing was the giant tortoise that we took out. Isn't he look so cute and happy when he's not nomming on magical crystals? And in return we get Break and Achilles. Well, that reward wasn't too much, but we can talk to him again, accept his favour, and then we can get another check. And we get an Eris gem. Alright, those checks weren't terribly useful. Now we need to work out what we should do as our next thing. I am very much tempted to try and make a run through the Zertinian caverns. So I've got either run through the Zertinian caverns and dodge high rank enemies, or, and a Dremelec, or dodge high rank enemies and work my way back from Belfonheim through the Silica Wood, Mosforen Waste, etc. I wouldn't mind picking up a second grid, especially for Fran and Ash. So we might be sneaking through Zertinian caverns. Well, actually, whilst we're here in Ravenasta and near Giza Plains, we can take on the Cluckatrus hunt. It's a clan hunt, it's going to be pretty quick and easy. Shouldn't be much of a bother. And now, of course, see, I will have to... Actually, are there any equipments and items here? Nothing in here. So we need to talk to the Nomad who's in the Cockatrice pen on the plains. Say hi to them. And then clear out the enemies in the area where the Cluckatrice spawns and wait for the Cluckatrice to come back. So in amongst the Cockatrices, this is our quest giver. We usually mash through the text. They'll actually tell you that the Cluckatrice is a fairly shy creature, doesn't like the presence of other enemies. They tell us which area it is, which happens to be very conveniently located over here. And it gets you a hint for how to get the thing to spawn. So a lot of the higher tier clan hunts, such as this one, requires certain conditions for the huntee to appear. And this one is, you have to clear out the area of enemies, and that includes all the non-aggressive ones, such as geezer rabbits. Other ones require weather conditions, and such like that. Some of them can be a bit of a pain in the bum to spawn. Looking at you, bloody gill snapper, and the trickster chocobos. Oof. Anyway, I'll clear out the enemies here and be back to slay the Cluckatrice. So once all the enemies are spawned, you have to zone and then rezone. And provided you've done everything correctly, there should be a giant yellow chicken in the area. And given it's the very first, oh yes, and it's little chickies. Boink. Oh, did not get one shot. That's fine. It was cute. So there's the big one. Look at that face. Isn't it horrendous? Although the little ones are cute. They're so fluffy. There should be another one or two of them hiding around. Yeah, and they're not going to last long. Alright, that's the Cluckatrice and its brood killed. So each of them gives boosted LP and our XP as well. Oh, it casts slow on us. Oh well, it only prolongs the inevitable. We'll go back to the petitioner and get our reward, hopefully something nice. Now we can't go any further south in Giza because we require the rainstone to access the Giza wet season. We can't use the airship because we don't have access to it. So route south is blocked, which was why I was going to go through the Zertinian caverns. Okay, our reward is a recurve crossbow and some money. And a file of Nkai sand. But I guess it's also worthwhile because it does boost our, clan rank. Oh, I'll see you at the Zertinian caverns. Alright, here's the entrance to the Zertinian caverns. We should be able to sneak through them. I'm pretty sure. I hope. If not, then I guess it's going back the long way from Belfonheim to... well, all the way to the Mosforen, which is a heck of a long hike. Now, any treasures here? There is a treasure here. Oh, there is also a mark that spawned here. I'd literally forgotten about it. Now, this one... we'll have a shot at it. We've got a good amount of damage, but it also hits really hard. So, we'll see how we go. Fran's damage, it's the other guy's damages that I'm a little bit more concerned about. We do have Protect and we have Bravery on everyone. Thanks to Balthea. Downside is, we do not have any healing to deal with this guy's attack. Oh! Did someone heal it? It's immune to someone. Well, Fran's dead. He's healing someone. Oh, it must have an elemental attack. Okay. And Vostler, I think, it's got an elemental on his weapon, which I can't change. So Vostler's just going to be doing it. Well, his physical attack is healing Barsh, so Barsh is going to be able to tank this. I don't... Okay, Tail Spear does do damage. But as long as he doesn't Tail Spear Barsh multiple times, we should be okay. I'm going to hit fast forward because this is going to take ages without damage. Tail Speared on Barsh. Just physical attack, and I think he only physical attacks when he's on low HP. We'll see. So I think this thing must use an Earth Elemental attack. So I know he's immune. He absorbs Earth damage. I didn't know if he was immune to anything. Okay. Okay. Balthea can use an item. We should have a Phoenix down. Balthea's also got... Oh, hey, I'm in charge of Vostler. Oh, I used it on the wrong person. Oops. Okay. There you go. Just use physical attacks on Barsh, thank you very much. Okay, he's healing Vostler. And he's really hyper-focusing. So normally he is actually a lot tougher than that. Oh, Phoenix down. We cannot hand in this hunt. So the reason he's normally a lot tougher is in his final phase, you saw he was really dishing out a lot of damage there. I'm going to have to use items to heal. I honestly was not expecting to beat him. So yeah, because he attacks ferociously, he has a high evade in his final phase, and just like spams the attacks. See, 4,000 damage now from Fran is nice. So okay, we cannot progress any further. Normally this would be a zone transition, but we cannot go there. So we are going to have to go find something else to do. I will stop via Mont Blanc and the Clan Hall before going into Bofonheim, just in case we get a key item from the Clan Primer rewards. Okay, we do have some progression rewards here from Mont Blanc. What do we get? Some gil. And more one. Rainstone. Okay, we're going south now. And we've defeated our Flans. I forgot I'd done that. And had not claimed that. And the Fire Mane from last time. And Lightning Flame. Okay. So, the clan rank there was worth it. We can now go south. And we can do Golmore Jungle and Osmone Plains. Potentially, well, at the moment we cannot get to any further to Boromisis or Feywood. But we've got some more couple of marks to do. And a couple of clan bosses to do. And some other miscellaneous rewards. Given that we've gotten 2 clan ranks, we will check out what the clan provisioner has for sale. So they have a crossbow that sucks. Shell shield, which they had already. Strength plus 10 on that's not bad though. And that's not bad, the goggle mask. Hermes sandals. Auto haste. It's expensive though. Oh, also wing boots there. That's nice. Poach, Firegar. Well, I'll pick up Firegar. And sell some stuff. We get some more bizarre goods. A first aid kit, which is going to be a golden store stuff. High potion and stardust. I will take the high potion because I do not have much in the way of healing. And the stardust is nice for extra money. So now that we have the rainstone, we can talk to this guy here. And he'll change the weather for us. So I'll take a go stab at the crocodile. I'll accept the hunt that is here, because that gives us a key item. Cannot do the clan hunt here yet until you get the silent urn, but it's a check. Now the whole area in the Giza Plains has completely changed, so we can find more items and new potential ones. The enemies are stronger, although they're still getting one shot. Our defenses are probably not amazing. The hyenas still, even though they're higher level, only drop the same crap as before, which is a little bit of a shame. But yes, because the rains have come to Giza, the whole layout has shifted in this area. Okay, actually we want to go this way, because we're not doing the tree puzzle yet, because we cannot do that mark, but we will be doing the crocodile, which I think this is the fastest route. But here's a tree. Strike the trees. There's like 5 of them located on the eastern side of the map, and you have to do enough of those to form a bridge to be able to get to where the Silent Urn mark lives. There's one here in the Nomads camp, getting shot with an invisible bow. All the Nomads have disappeared for the rain season. Any treasures? Yes, there is a treasure here somewhere. Okay, what if you target... Oh shit, there's an elemental. I'm running the hell away, because that will target us if anyone casts magic, and Balthea is also casting magics. And I really don't want that thing targeting us. Well, it's not an elemental, it's an entite. And it's big, and it's nasty, and it will wreck my party. It casts the AoE high tier magic, it casts silence, and in general it just makes your day really, really bad. But they only spawn during the heaviest weather condition. Okay, so there is one treasure in this area. I have missed a tree. There was a tree in the last area, but didn't particularly want to risk aggroing the entite. So this one is done. Well, a leech trap. I think that leeches money. Oh well. I'll get enough money back. So no, there is no enemies currently in this area. And that's because the mark has spawned here. Meteorite. Potentially useful? Probably not. They do various effects depending on what meteorites they are. Alright, here's our mark, the crocodile. A giant, well, lizard frog toad thing. But it looks like we're not going to have too much of issue with the sighting brat, even with glowing threat, which is nasty. It doubles its level and it can do it a couple of times. Okay, so we get Hashimau out of it. Alright, that's another clan primer check. And black bolts. So we now have an Esper. Espers have also obviously been randomized to where they're located. And we're going to be going this way to accept the hunt for the... I forget what the damned giant tortoise is. But we talk to these. Talk to the girl, not the boy. No. Yes, the Gill Snapper. A reference to a boss in Final Fantasy V that was completely optional. The Gill Tortoise or Gill Game, or Gilgame. Yes, we're going to accept it. They've got a story about accidentally buying a tortoiseshell hairpin, so they give us a gold hairpin. And being cursed by the ancient spirit Gill Snapper. And now they got to use the Silent Urn to contain him. Oops. And they were told by their grandma never to buy tortoiseshell stuff, because that will cause bad luck. In reality, the grandma says that don't buy tortoiseshell stuff because it's cruel to tortoises to kill them just so you can look pretty. Which, you know, is fair. Okay. They're dead. We're going to continue to press south and get to Osmone and Jahara, which will be another shop. There's a couple of hunts. We're probably going to be doing both of the hunts that are in the hen mines. That's not the route. Everything is all squiggly. So there are 2 hunts in the hen mines. Normally I only do... Well, it depends on what state my party is. Depends on how strong they are, because one of them is pretty nasty with stop. And the other one's fine, and there's one hunt on the Osmone Plains that will be a piece of cake, which we probably won't be able to hand in because that one does require a specific key item. But it's the Osmone Plains and it's bad weather conditions. So this one can either be sunny or rainy, and we've got the rain weather. Any treasures here? No treasures. So we're just going to make our way to Jahara, ignoring the enemies. So you can see this area is kind of cool with all its crashed airships. I think the lore reason is, like, long ago there was a great battle between armies, and something caused this area to become jagged, which means that airships cannot fly there. Magical forces interrupt the technology that they use to make their airships fly. Something to do with the mist getting corrupted or something like that. But there is lore, a lot of lore behind this. And a lot of world building. Okay, take out these. These guys have got pretty nice drops for money. The iron carapaces sell for a half decent chunk. Okay, so this is another route into the Xertinian caverns. I'm not sure, I don't think I can use this as a back route into the Sand Seas though. I think this one is a dead end section, but I could be wrong. I don't tend to go through the back ends of the Xertinian caverns, so I'm not super duper familiar with the map. One treasure in this area, and this is the last area before Jahara. Yeah, I was expecting that snake to ambush me there. So many snakes in the grass here. Oh, and we've got the rainy weather, which means we can get the wind dentite, which we do not want to tick off. Balthea. There's the treasure. I hope we were not in range. I don't think we were in range for it to trigger. Oh, save the queen. Nice. That could be a good weapon for Barsh. He can equip it. So black chocobos. Die. Alright, Fran's defense is decent. She only took 64 damage from them. So we'll not have too much difficulty with the bosses, I don't think. And, of course, dealing ridiculous amounts of damage. So we'll see what is for sale in Jahara. And then, next episode we'll be renting the chocobo, doing the hen mines, and seeing what we get from there. All the Gareth looking at the cockatrice that has wandered here. This side quest is disabled. Seems to be peering intently at the Gareth. Do you wish to speak to the cockatrice? I have heard of a feather that makes their squawks sound like speech. Yes, can't get at that feather yet. Jimansu Yagulu once told me that in an ancient tongue, Xertinian meant the underworld. I believe the name is most fitting for the Catobolus, a new creature for the strange powers seen there is truly hellish. That's one of the marks that's down there. Well, the only mark that is down there. Alright, what have you got for sale? Pretty good pole. Rubbish bows. That's pretty decent. Charge time 24 is not too bad either. But weak to dark. Staff the Mad Guy boosts a bunch of elements and is immune to lightning. Is not bad. Dragon Shield, just a heck of a lot of HP. That could be good for Barsh, potentially. He uses shields. Ignore evasion when attacking. I might pick that up for Fran, because she misses a lot with that bow. Or whoever happens to be using it. Immune to confuse is good too. Sapping bolts. X potions, nice. Curagar, even better. And I'll pick Eragar up because that is useful. Alright, I'll pick up the Feast Cuss. And what do we got for sales? We've got a whole bunch. See if we get anything from the Bazaar goods. We do indeed. We get Golden Garb, which is rubbish. Not worth it. But that is pretty close to it. We've got an Esper here, which may be useful for some people, possibly not. We'll get some more HP. At the moment, I need to make sure that someone has Curagar. I think Bosh. Nope. Balthia Cannon does not appear to have Curaga. So he does not have Curaga. That's annoying. He's got Protect Shulga. He's got Regan and Asuna. No Curaga. Darn, I thought he did. Okay, I know Fran does not learn Curaga. Does Belsh learn it? He's got Haste, which I do need to get to. I don't think he learns Curaga. That is a shame. I will get up to Haste though, because that is a useful one to have. Does Ash learn it? No, she doesn't, because she's the gambler. That's mildly annoying. Oh well. So the Penello and Varn might have Curaga on their grids by default, but oh well, no Curaga for us. But until next time, this is Type This Out, and have a good day. Bye.